Hi everyone. Okay, so I've heard from some of you that you felt kind of lost when going through the modules, or you didn't know how to access assignments or what to do. And I'm sorry about that. I think I assumed more technical proficiency than maybe was present. I tend to assume that I'm not a very technically proficient person, and that you guys would probably, since you're of a different generation than I am, most of you, would be more proficient with technology than I was, and that was incorrect of me. That's an example of maybe marginalizing or stereotyping that I need to work on. So I'm going to go ahead, and since I like solutions, I'm going to start doing walkthroughs of how to do each of the modules to help guide you through it. So I've gone into student view, so this will look the same way that it should for you. And we're at the course page. I'm going to go over here to modules, and I'm going to pull up the modules, and let's shrink some of these down because we don't need them right now. These are things you've already done, and the module we're about to be looking at is very large. So let's look at it. Module 7, okay. All right, so we are on module 8, which is the career prep module. So we're gonna start by going here where it says module 8 start page. This gives you everything that you'll need to know to do this module. So I've downloaded it and I'm opening it up on my computer now, which is what you'll do. And you can see that there's a little introductory paragraph after a hectic couple weeks with the group presentations. This is a sort of cool down period before the last 2 speeches. And we're going to be focusing on writing resumes and cover letters and preparing for interviews. So you're going to read the appendix of the book, pages 400 through 419, and go over a couple of PowerPoint presentations. Then you'll create your own resume and cover letter and schedule a mock interview with me. To complete this assignment, you'll first need to locate a job opening in your field or in a field that you'd like to work. That way, you're actually getting real experience with what you want to do for your life. You'll then be using that job opening to craft your cover letter and resume as you would with a real job. And hopefully this will give you a resume or cover letter that will be really useful for you when you graduate. You'll use those 2 documents and send me an email requesting an interview using the template and the assignments before October 26th. Then we'll schedule the interview to be completed over Teams. You will need access to video of some kind for this assignment, so I can't just accept audio this time. If you don't have a computer or a webcam, you can use a phone or a friend's phone as long as it can access Teams. If you don't have access to devices, please contact me immediately and we can work on getting you access to an iPad through the library. We do have that ability to loan out iPads that do have access to Teams. I learned that recently. So if you don't have access to a device, let me know and we can get you one. So what you'll want to do this time is you're going to want to review the 2 PowerPoints, which are resumes, CVs, and cover letters, and the interviewing PowerPoint, and also review all the assignments, rubrics, and the scheduling forms. Your assignments, this looks like a lot, but most of them are very short, and a lot of them are so that I have everything you need in one place and to avoid what we dealt with earlier where Canvas does not like multiple uploads. So these are all kind of single upload things. So you're going to have a quiz on career prep. You're going to have a tooting your own horn discussion board. You'll have the job posting assignment, a resume assignment, cover letter assignment, an interview scheduling assignment, and a mock interview. And these will be due Friday the 23rd is when your quiz is due because there's a lot of material. I made it Friday instead of Monday this time. You'll also do the tooting your own horn discussion board post, and response will be due at that time as well. On the following Monday, the 25th, your resumes and cover letters will be due, and the scheduling form, the scheduling email will be due to me as well. And then in between October 25th and 31st, we're going to be just scheduling interviews. That's all you'll have due during that time is just your interview, which is probably going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. So now let's go back over here to the module. Let me go ahead and pull it back up. Here we go. So we've looked at the start page, and under where this is here, I'll also have this walkthrough video, but I can't post it until I've completed it. So here are your course materials. So these are the things that you need to review to look at. The 2 PowerPoints I talked about before, resumes, CVs, and cover letters, and interviewing. Now, the rest of this looks like a lot, but these are just video lectures. Most of these are of these. I have a 15-minute time limit on the screencast software. Not all of these are 15 minutes, but most of them are pretty close to it. So these are me kind of talking through each of the PowerPoints. So these are the parts 1 through 4. of resumes, CVs, and cover letters. And then parts 5 and 6, you only have to look at if you want to. This is where I talk about bad resumes and cover letters, what's bad about them, and how they could be fixed. And a lot of them are funny, so they're worth looking at. And this is interviewing. This is this PowerPoint where I'm talking over it in a lecture. And then I also did a how to create resumes and cover letters in Words, or in Microsoft Word, to kind of guide you through how you find those templates and create those. They're really easy and they're really intuitive, and there are a lot of options. Then there are some additional links. These are not required for you, but they are good things to look at, and I thought they might be really helpful. So these are the 26 most common interview questions. They're general tips for interviews. These are tips for doing digital interviews. So this is specifically for Zoom, but it applies to Teams as well. Tips on how to write a cover letter and a resume, templates for resumes and cover letters that you can use and download into Word if for some reason you don't like the options that are in Word already, and the Occupational Outlook Handbook from the Bureau of Labor Services, which is really good for seeing what the outlook for your field is and what sorts of skills you might need there. You can also Google interview questions for your field. So if you're in design, interview questions for design, or if you're in nursing, interview questions for nursing, and that can help you find some more specific interview questions that might be asked in your field. Now here we have the assignments. So they're all right here. All of the assignments that you need to do for this unit are here under this module. You'll have the career prep quiz. It's 10 points as always, needs to be done by October 23rd. I don't think that really needs a lot of explanation. The Tooting Your Own Horn discussion board. I don't really think that one needs a lot of explanation. Click on it and the instructions are in it. For the job description assignment, what you're going to do is provide a link or a screenshot of the job to which you are applying in your field for your mock interview. So this is the job opening that you'll use to create your cover letter and resume, and when you email me to schedule your interview. And to find job openings, like you could just do job opening adjunct professor. You know, just Google job opening for your field. Just kind of look. Hey, look, there's one at JSU. There's another at JSU. Cool, look at that. So, you know, you just kind of look and you'd find any jobs that are open, and I'll just click on that one. Apparently we're still hiring adjuncts in English. So then I'd click on this, and I could either, you know, click and put the link in there to submit the assignment, or I could use a screenshot. You could also take a picture of something in the newspaper with your phone if you were interested in that. But, you know, here, this is how I would submit this assignment. So, website URL. There you go. I've done mine, and then I'll be able to go and look at it and review it. So then to go back to the next part, we'll go back over here to the module. I'm looking at the time. Okay. Then I'll use that job description to create my resume. You will attach the resume here. It will be the same one you send to me in an email when you're scheduling. So, and here's the rubric that you'll use for that as well. Sometimes you can just go next. The next assignment apparently here is the mock interview, which is not the next assignment that you'll be doing in order. So let me skim back down here. The cover letter I need to move up. So the next thing you'll do is the cover letter. Then here's the cover letter. You'll attach your cover letter that you write for the mock interview after you send it to me for the scheduling assignment. For the purpose of this assignment, this is my contact information. Helen Companion, hiring manager, company name in the job description you located. And then we're going to pretend that that's the address for the job description that you located. So this is what you'll use for that cover letter for the address part of it. For the scheduling assignment, you'll click here. Schedule a time for your mock interview. Please send me an email at hcompanion@jsu.edu. Please do not use my Gmail address for this. I need to be able to put all of the interviews in the scheduling in my calendar. And so I need them all to be sent to the same place so that I can make sure that I'm not overlapping with students and trying to do interviews at the same time. They will be about 15 to 20 minutes each, and you please be professional and include the following. So you'll locate an open job in your field and link it in the template below in your email. You'll use that job description to customize your resume and cover letter, as we talked about. And you'll use this template when you're writing the email. Dear Miss Companion, I'm writing to express my interest in your opening for position name at company, which I located at URL for job description. So here you're going to put the position in the job description. So this would be adjunct faculty English if I was doing it at JSU, which I located at that URL. It'll be the same URL you put for the job description assignment. Attached are formal cover letter and my resume for your review. So you will attach both of those to the email. I know they will also be over here in Canvas, but you would attach them if you were applying for a job. I look forward to hearing from you shortly, sincerely, and you'll put your name there. Again, you'll attach your resume and cover letter to the email, and then you'll copy and text your email here in this assignment so that I have a record of it in Canvas for grading. I know this seems like you're doing things 2 or 3 times, but this is the best way to work with the different technical applications that we're having to work with here. And of course, you should have access to email and Word and anything you need here through your JSU account. I'm not using any technology that you would have to pay for elsewhere or that you would have any difficulty with accessing. Once you've done all of that, I will look through my calendar and I will find some options for times when we can schedule the interview, and I will let you know what those are. And then we'll do your mock interview over Teams. You will not submit anything here because I will just be inputting your grade after we do the interview. And so here's how you'll be assessed on that. This is the rubric. You can kind of look over it. You see it's 50 points. The entire assignment, this entire unit is worth 100 points. So the resume is worth 20, the cover letter is worth 20, the other stuff's worth like 5. So that hopefully should give you a pretty good sense of how to do everything in this unit. I'm hoping that this will prevent the confusion that we've had with some previous assignments. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to doing your mock interviews and learning more about your career goals very shortly.